roger de va, oh ale, oh roger de va, oh ale, oh roger de va, oh ale. Hannes hachten tauri, oh roger de va, oh ale, oh roger de va, oh ale, oh roger de va, oh ale.
Out. Get the boards out.
No, we're dead in the water is what we are.
Yeah.
Her sale ogli armele mar garde gwele is the Frank na Spani is could see the ruiger galif oh roger de va oh ale oh roger de va oh ale oh roger de va oh
You're looking after us, yeah. Valerie has put you to work, she has, yeah. She's brilliant at doing that. Fair play, just sorting out the lunch for the voyage, the mini voyage.
Nice little sandwiches here.
Good stuff for us, good stuff.
How you getting on outside, Andy?
Grand, he's putting the boat back up and getting it ready to strap up and stuff so we can take off now in the next 10, 15 minutes.
We're going to have a good day.
Oh, brilliant. Fair play to you, Valerie.
She's the real captain.
Ready.
She's
I'm
the real captain of the ship.
St. Brenda.
Yeah, I've been demoted, Andy, and I'm going to be second in command. Maybe is that okay with you?
That's it.
Yeah.
He's my captain.
Oh, there we go. We'll have a Titanic tune for you on that boat. We will.
No, it's all her fault if it does go down.
En geven die uigra zelf mele Stutil kalesna gali Ho roze de va ho ale ho roze de va ho ale ho roze de va ho ale Han misser hatten power her sale ogli armele mar garde gwele is the Frank na Spani is could see the ruiger galif oh roger de va oh ale oh roger de va oh ale oh roger de va oh ale.
You have to be born and bred in
This is good timing. This is the original owner of the boat.
Oh, well, can you hear me?
And I have. If you go down onto her and look over the side, you'll see the name on the side of her.
Oh, that's glad, yeah.
Yeah. So this is Peter Kilkelly, is it?
Kelly.
Peter Kelly.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is Andy here.
How are you doing? Are you going to leave her in the water?
Yeah, we're going with her now.
Where are you going to bring her?
We're just going for a little spin.
But are you going to leave her here?
Oh yeah, she'll be here all the time. Yeah.
Right here.
Andy, what's the container?
What?
Is that enough for now? Or do you have more?
Oh, here, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going out? Are they going out?
Just a little bit off. We're gonna just go out. Oh, not on this one. We're gonna go out on
On the
that one.
other one over there.
Oh, yeah, careful with that guy. Yeah, that's big
Exactly that.
thing in there. Be careful.
Oh, fantastic. God, he wasn't wrong getting her in shoop shape.
Oh, he was working hard on it.
He must have been. Oh, it's lovely to see her. Lovely to see her.
Look over the.
She's gonna go down the whole. She's going down the whole Shannon.
You'll see the name.
She is.
Okay. All right, mate. You're all right.
Down the Shannon.
Do you know what, Peter?
What's that?
Oh, it's back on
Down the whole Shannon.
Serious? This is Andy. This is the real breeder.
She reinvents herself.
She does.
Oh my God. And I wanted to see
We're going down the Shannon at the beginning of August, so we'll have another boat with it as well.
Here,
I
Ross,
think that's
look
what
what's on the side of it. We'll get Peter on board and just let him see the name because
Peter. Mike, put this in there.
Oh, yeah.
Wind, you get me?
Gotcha.
yeah, that's it. We'll have to breed it in because we don't want to frighten her.
This is amazing.
Take a photo of the. Take a photo.
So yeah, we're doing a lot of work today with children, you think.
What is it?
Education, not indoctrination.
Thanks very much, Stefan. Your engine is doing what you said it would do.
Oh!
So there. So lads, we're ready to go, man.
Right, let's go.
I'll
shut up your cars, Mike.
we're gonna get a rope.
we're going.
And we're away.
Oh, Roshida Bahawalya, oh, Roshida Bahawalya, oh, Roshida Bahawalya, Anishka hooked on Tauri. Oh, Roshida Bahawalya, oh, Roshida Bahawalya, oh, Roshida Bahawalya, Anishka hooked on Tauri.
See that?
Point that over him. Point that to
rock
rock.
just poking out. That's what we have to watch out for in these narrow bays. So, Ross, do you see that there? It'd be very easy bump into that, you know. So, yeah, just stay in the middle of there. But jeepers, she's flying. Tell you, I've barely got her ticking over, and she's flying. I'll give her a little go. Now, first of all, I didn't tie her on, so that's the first thing I'm going to do is tie her on. Ross, will you just guide her for a bit? Sure. Stick to the middle there.
Yep.
And I'll tie her on, and then we'll try. Yeah, duck down a bit. Yeah. And give her a little bit of throttle there. Yeah, just like that. That's perfect. So I'm
Captain Ross, here he goes. Look, he's making his debut.
It's been a while. It's been a few
Yeah.
years. Which way you going?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, just keep your bow. Just keep the bow pointing to that, more or less that, to the right of that shed there.
Okay.
So the big trick with these outboards is to tie them on before you leave. Because if that
would rogue Andy are alright.
rumbled itself loose, we could just watch the engine disappear into the tide, you know. And we go, what are we going to do now?
Oh, this is lovely, boys. This is the life. We're back on the voyage.
Back on, man.
We're doing a thing. Yay! She's quite high up, down at low at the bottom there. We might move the weight up this way, up onto the top there, because you're looking over it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going to come out this
Go that way. We're going to hit rocks.
Alright.
That way. Yeah. That way.
Yep. Whoa, I'm going to get low here. Let me get past you there.
Yeah.
Okay, lads, we're doing good.
We're doing good.
No, he did what I told him to, which was aim for the shade. And so that's perfect.
Grand job.
So, lads, that's good. Will I open her up a bit and see what happens?
See what happened.
We're going head straight
Will I go
into.
low?
There she is.
There's icebergs ahead, so go full speed.
That's full speed. Okay, that's nice, isn't it?
That's lovely.
That's, like, that is probably about the same speed as the Kieran goes.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Here, get a bit of the view there. Mike, get the view there.
Oh, she's nice. And you know, she's a quieter engine.
A lot quieter than the other one. The other one was very high.
Yeah. We had to shout the whole time.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
So now we're starting to approach a wider channel now. So we get a few more waves here now. She's a very nice little boat.
Oh, lovely. She'll cruise down the Shannon, she will. It's nice with the boards, like. Yeah, you can like relax a bit more. You know, you're not.
To bring the girls on.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Bring the girls to town on.
Yeah.
Your man was very happy to see the name on the side, and his wife was very happy to see the boat back in working order again.
Exactly, and we didn't change the name. You know, we respected everything.
strange name, isn't it?
Yeah, well, she was so delighted when we were saying, "No, you're part of our voyage now," and all. She was like, "Oh, we're part of it," you know. So it was really nice to give them that, you know, especially they giving this to us, you know.
It's a good thing they weren't a pair of walkies, you know. You know, that would've
yeah.
But we would have had the cop on, you know.
We'd have to change the issue for a few minutes, you know. We're going around brainwashing the kids, you know. 72 genders.
Let them know, and they like it. You know?
There's nobody that disagrees with us.
The reaction I get when we have the banner, when just random people are walking by, we always get the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Of course, it's common sense, trust the science and all the rest of it. It's a very small part of the population that actually are pushing this and agree with this. The vast majority of us, we know what's what.
Yeah. No, we do.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, hey!
Whoa.
Hey!
Where's that rain jacket, Andy?
We needed the wind to die down.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because really, this is enough for this boat. You know.
There's another one.
But she's still doing all right.
Oh, she is, yeah.
You're gonna get wet in a little boat like this. and the other thing is, you know, she's strong. The engine's strong enough to push her. But with a boat like this, if you're rowing, those waves will turn you sideways.
Yeah.
And you end up in the troughs. Whoa! That's some good ones there.
You
End up in the troughs, you know.
See that now?
You're used to protecting the water hitting people, Andy.
That's what we were doing last year.
We're through the worst of it there. We're going to go along this side of the bay. It's not so bad along there, you know.
Yeah.
After calming down again.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, it would have been much worse if we came out earlier with all that wind that was out there. We would have been, it was way too bad, yeah. I nearly thought it was going to be cancelled when I woke up this morning, you know.
If it stayed like that,
It would have been. You'd have to. You would have had. I know, yeah. That's the best time to get out, Dave.
against the margins.
Yeah. It's okay, it's good, it's all right. We can make it. It's just to an island, you know.
It's lovely to be out. With
Oh,
the
it's great, it's great.
Great to be out with
Look
the
at the
boys.
smile on his face. Get that smile.
boys.
Look at that
It's
smile.
great to be out with the boys again.
Yay!
It's good.
It really is, though, you know. Freedom, it's real freedom.
You can breathe deep. Like
Yeah.
Last year was the last time you were out. Was last year, was it? At the voyage was the last time you were out.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's like riding a bike, Dave, is it?
But not messing. See that smile that the very first day you got onto the boat and did that. It's like, the more he does that, the bigger the smile gets, and it doesn't stop, you know. In his element.
No, like this is okay now. I tell you what, this is the first 4-stroke engine I've had, and the 4-strokes are good apparently on petrol. Like you get a long way.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't think they've got the power that the 2-strokes have. Now it's good.
Yeah.
But you know, I think the 2-strokes have got it like in
more room.
power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she's lovely for this boat. It's a lovely little match.
She is.
And if you notice, when we left, when we powered off the harbour wall, we did tip a little rock, and the little propeller just tipped it, you know.
We just
but the
made
thing
it.
is, yeah, but she was high enough. Like that's a short shaft.
Yeah.
So she didn't dig down into anything, you know.
Right.
She's only nice and light above everything. So yeah,
We were not. The water was that shallow. We were almost hitting the bottom. Yeah.
Bottom, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Another 20 minutes.
Because that's funny. Because I at one point I thought it was going to fall in. I was like, oh, it'd be deep enough it wouldn't, but you'd probably only have a couple of feet, just as well. I didn't fall in. So, you know how you think about these things. You're on the edge of something. If I fall in, what would happen? You know,
You'd stand up.
you'd stand up. Yeah, you wouldn't drown in it anyway.
No.
But That's where we're headed, where those blue boats are.
Over there.
Yeah, and we might be able to see the island soon. We may well be able to see the island from those boats. But that's Galway Bay there. That's the Burren. That's Count Bornia. I think. Oh no, that's a different hill. And but the island is just to the left, just round the corner to the port, and that's where we're going to head to. So we're gonna cross over to this side of the bay, and we'll follow the coast along. Mike, point at that house there. That's Tyrone House.
Oh, yeah.
Now that was a very fancy place back in the day. The St. George's owned it that, and you can see there's a bit of. No, we can't see it yet, but when we leave, there's a boat house. There's a little oyster beds and everything there. But that's a beautiful building. It was designed by an Italian designer who came all the way over to design it for them. And in its day, it was a classic building, you know. Yeah, it's a beauty. It's in ruins now. I think someone bought it.
Pity we couldn't go over with the banner just to take a quick picture.
Yeah, on the way back.
On the way back. Here we go.
we gotta get there. But no, we will go there.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
if we don't go today, we'll go back Sunday.
Yeah,
because it's only a small trip out there.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. Now, they were the landlords, and they had a name for messing around with the girls, which people didn't like. Now, they were also Protestant landlords, which was rare in this part of the country. So nearly all the landlords were Catholic, like the landlords in Clarenbridge were the Reddingtons, and they were real enthusiasts for they were nationalists. Whereas these guys had a little bit more of people didn't, had more bad to say about them. But actually, those are the people that integrated with the community. Their people are still living with us today. So they just intermarried and are now part of the wider community, you know. Whereas the other ones, the Reddingtons, they didn't really marry, you know. They were kind of a little seen as very aloof, you know. And so that's the story of the two big families here.
Yep.
So they were all Masons.
They probably were. So there's our slipway.
That's their slipway just over there now.
And the truth is, looks like we're too late for the...
Too low. Too low to dock.
We'll go up there anyway and we'll have
Too
a
shallow.
look. And you know what? Seeing as we're not launching the boat, we will go over there, Andy.
Yeah.
We'll go over to Tyrone House.
Yeah.
Because as long as it's not too low, we'll go in and pull in. And my darling wife, I was gonna phone her and meet her up here.
She's not meeting us.
But we're doing the Irish goodbye.
Oh
Bring
no!
her out tomorrow.
yeah.
My beautiful wife, who I love and adore. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that we can bring her out today. We're just gonna keep going, and but she was told to meet us up at the pier, and she didn't.
Right.
I've left my phone. I haven't got my phone with me, so.
Sorry, Valerie. Yeah.
No,
Missed the boat.
We missed the boat. My beautiful wife.
Oh, no.
dear. But look, now they say the Kieran. Look at that boat there. They say the St. Kieran's bad, but look, that lad is really in the tide.
Just go closer.
Yeah,
We can do a bit of dramatic here.
We might. Now the only thing is, Andy, I'm not going to go too close because there'll be ropes coming off it, and I don't want to tangle them up in the in the thing, you know. So
Try and get a good shot of it so that it looks like our boat is sunk.
Oh, there it is.
There's no bailing that.
no, well,
You'd have to pull her in.
yeah. I bet you would bail it out.
Look, it's gone down too much though. It just keeps coming in.
Oh fuck, Andy, we haven't got our rabbit and all that shit.
Oh,
Yeah, we haven't got our I left the rabbit on the St. Kieran.
Oh,
So we might
shit.
have to go, I don't know what we're going to do. What we could do is pull in to... Do you know what we'll do? We'll go and see Tyrone House. Then what we'll do is we'll drive... We'll go to... There's a deep water harbour further up here. And we'll ask Valerie to meet us up there. And she can bring the rabbit and the rest of it. If she wants to come with us, she can. But we're not going to get the St. Kieran in the water today.
No,
but we'll launch it tomorrow.
there's plenty of time.
Take it for a spin.
Plenty
So-
of time. The main thing is though, we wanted this boat out to test it out. It's a great little boat. It really is. Like the engine is great. It's great to have a bit of a floor this time to stand on. But it's a lovely little boat. Really is. She's going to be lovely on the Shannon.
So, Mike, have a look at we're going to head towards Tyrone House. And you can see there's now the waves are going to be side on, so we're going to get rocked around a bit,
Hey,
But,
rocking around.
So maybe I'll head out into the waves a bit and then maybe go across them again.
Bend in.
The other way, yeah. So there's a walled garden there. You can see and there's a bit of a harbour there as well. And we'll just go up to it and see. We'll see are we able to tie up next to it or what the story is.
So this is Bird Island.
What kind of birds are there?
I think they're cormorants there, or shags.
Are they edible?
Shags.
Are they edible?
Shags.
Shags.
Loads of birds. So you get a shag over there.
Yeah, you get shags over there.
Shag a bird.
Yeah.
There must be plenty of eels around then. Eels.
Yeah, eels would be lovely.
Because the
eels are
cormorants,
scarce.
they eat
Yeah. Eels are getting scarce though. That's the only thing,
That's Michael Brazel catching them all.
Yeah, that's it.
He's coming along too, Andy, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He's coming along for some part of the journey,
Brilliant.
all right. Yeah.
And Alan
yeah.
Sweeney too.
Alan Sweeney as well is coming along.
Oh,
Yeah.
great
Who
stuff,
else? I can't remember who else.
Anita.
Anita. There's a few from Cork. I think Margot is coming as well.
Yes,
Ferg
Margot.
is coming.
Brilliant.
We're going to ask a couple of others as well. I don't want to.
Derek and Tommy said they might swing by for a day or two. That'll be nice as well.
Yeah, they did.
You
They
know.
did. There's a few that's going to be swinging by. We have people coming over from England as well.
right.
Child Protection Wales, or Public Protection Wales, Public Child Protection Wales. That's what it's called. They'll be coming over. Liberty Tactics from England, they could be coming over as well, taking part of the journey. So there's quite a few groups, and all the people that'll be coming along the way as well.
I'm getting lots of messages on Facebook. They're finding out about this, and they're like, this sounds amazing. And like you said, Andy, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
Please come along,
Yeah.
everyone. It's going to be fantastic. We're all like-minded people here. We're gaining
Exactly.
momentum. We're pushing forward, and we're just going to keep on going. And the last time we did this last year, it kicked up a lot of media and fuss.
Big time.
But you learned your lesson from experience from last year. We can actually speak to the local media, reach out to them.
That's the plan, yeah. Reach out to the local media, let them know that we're going to be going up to Shannon and stopping in each town along the way, so we can get the local newspapers to come out, do interviews, take pictures of all the boards and the banners and us handing out leaflets and get that message out to protect
It's quite
childhood.
a quirky, unique kind of thing that we're doing here. Us all coming together with this message,
Yeah.
and it's quite contagious as well.
It is. It brings about a lot of enthusiasm, and it lifts everybody's energy up, to do something, because we're not just hitting the road, we're not doing that in boring, we're going out in a boat, we're enjoying ourselves, and we're bringing that Irish crack around,
And it's the message that we can all agree on. Hashtag protect the children. Protect the children. I don't care what side of the fence you are. If you're left, if you run the Ukrainian flag, if you got your booster and everything else and all. But when it comes to the children, nobody's standing for this.
No.
Nobody's standing for it. It's quite cut and dry what they're doing here.
Yeah.
We have all the websites to back us.
Can I ask you one question? How do you feel about, knowing that you're putting so much pressure onto the staff by harassing them?
You know what? it's starting to get to me, Andy. I can't sleep at night. You know, I'm starting to really my concern. They're snowflakes. We got to protect the staff. You know,
Yeah.
never mind the children. They can take care of themselves.
Exactly.
You know, the staff, they're the ones that need protection here.
Yeah.
You know, they can't sleep at night themselves. They're getting up in the morning. Oh my God, are they going to come in today and ask us these questions? They can't handle it, you know.
Yeah.
And we got to take care of the staff members. You know, if it wasn't for the adults in the libraries, the country would come to a complete standstill and would completely collapse.
Oh, it would.
Never mind the children; they can take care of themselves.
No, yeah, look, you know, we have to be teaching the children all these educational sex acts.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They really need to know how to lick each other's ass. You know, they need to know how to get onto these apps because we really need to get our hands on them.
Lads, we've learned to trust the WHO, the World Health Organization. They really have a stellar record, especially the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And now they're coming out and they're saying children are sexual beings. They know what they're talking about, Andy.
They know exactly what they're talking about. All we have to do is just go out and get our next booster.
Yeah, you know, and push this agenda on children. And I'm going to go back onto the UN and the WHO's website, just because, you know, they need to learn how to be sexual beings. They need to learn how to do these things at a very young age.
They do.
And we really need to push this.
And you know, we've got to empty the prisons now because there's people in there that, you know, they're not in there for committing crimes. They're saying that they were raping children, but these were young adults.
Yeah, you know, and you know, they say as well, children are sexual entities, so they're entitled to this experience as well. So we're biggest for saying this, Andy, and I just want to clarify, it's satire.
Yeah.
You know, these idiots will like, oh my God, look what they're after saying. They're after flipping here.
Do you know what I'll do? The very start of the episode, it'll be this conversation.
Yeah. They come to their
They'll be like,
senses.
what are they talking about?
We're going to join forces with the library staff. We're going to stand shoulder to shoulder with them.
We are.
You
You know, we stood shoulder to shoulder with them yesterday with the banner. They were all standing behind the banner at the library in Cork and stuff, you know. I mean, we're really building up great networking here.
Yeah. I heard they shipped them in from all corners of the county and beyond.
Oh, they did. Oh, they went, as David was saying when I was talking to David about it, he goes, look, that's a once-off event for them.
Yeah.
They pulled in all their favours to get everybody there. You know, if we were to go there again, we can go there tomorrow, the next day, we will be there. They won't.
Yeah,
you know.
We'll outnumber them. You know, as well, at the beginning of the year, we had the Cork Says No, and they came out in full force. And they were paid. There was a conversation overheard. They were getting €50 to show up. Dave, we had a Cork Says No at the beginning of the year, and they tried to instigate a reaction from us. They were using violence. They were knocking phones out of people's hands. The Gardaí marched them towards us in hope to get a reaction out of us.
Yeah.
But lads, we're the calm ones. They're the crazy ones. They're the ones that make the noise. They want the aggression. They're instigators.
Yeah.
But we're cool, calm, and collect, and they don't get the reaction that they want.
They didn't get it yesterday either.
They were dying
didn't
to get it
get it.
yesterday.
They were
They were
doing
dying.
everything. They were coming into our face. They were trying every antagonising move they possibly could. You know, I seen them going over to other patriots and they were like trying to square up with them and stuff. But everybody stood back. They turned their backs to them and didn't give them an inch. You know, only for that little one mistake now with what happened. But you know, I mean, otherwise it went great. You know, and I was delighted. Phil got his phone back as well. You know,
I was so happy.
I was really happy because I mean, they were all celebrating that we got his phone. We got his phone. But Phil got it. It was an absolute miracle because some woman rang the county council. The county council went and threw the bins, and they found the phone without a scratch on it. Without a scratch on it.
And if you see the footage,
You know?
if you see the footage, Dave, Philip, he's got his phone. It was on the ground. You could hear it being scuffling across the concrete, kicked from one person to the other. And Phil showed us the phone. Not a scratch.
Not a scratch on it. Not a scratch. So yeah, that was another big victory for us yesterday.
And I was watching Twitter, and it was like, oh, we have a mini victory. We got rid of the far right, member of the far right's phone. So what's their reaction when he got it back? All silence.
Oh, shut them up. Shut them up. You know.
Everything they do, they fail.
We got our message out yesterday. You know, RTE didn't display all of our interview that we did with them. They only took the little snippets.
Yeah.
But in fairness, like them little snippets did help us to get our message out there. You know.
It doesn't matter which way they sliced and diced our interaction with them. We got every point we made hit home, and they couldn't twist or turn our words to their advantage at all because we were speaking very clearly.
And not just that, we have our cameras rolling. they can't make up things about us so much as they used to.
Right.
You know, so, and as David was saying as well, they're actually trying to come out and report on things.
Yeah.
You know, because they know they're lacking in these areas.
There's a bit of sorry, I interrupt.
Yeah, no, we were just saying that you were saying earlier about RTE and how they're trying to come out and report on certain things.
Yeah, I think they're under pressure now. So I reckon that they're going to try and prove that they can do this. You know, that they can do public service broadcasting. and in fairness, in principle they do, but they do the bare minimum. You know, but I think we could see, because they're going to have competition now. You know, they're going to have, I mean, look, Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson in the States, that's all anybody wants to listen to, you know, and they're going to have the same pressure here, I think, and I think we know a few things about what's coming down the line.
We do. We would say nothing for the moment because there's big things happening. There's big things happening.
Just like Dave said, they don't have the public support of the public anymore. They get 200 million every year through the TV license.
Yeah.
Now, after this latest scandal with Ryan Turpity, what's that going to drop down to? Because it's not going to be the same figure.
Did you hear the judge yesterday that came out and saying about RTA that they're swindling they're elitists, that they're draining the poor people of Ireland and putting it in their pockets, and all we're getting is scandal after scandal after scandal and fake news after fake news from RTA, you know. So it was really refreshing to see an Irish judge come out and say this, because he had to deal with 250 charges for no TV licence. I mean, to have a TV, I was in America and I says, you know, in Ireland you have to have a TV licence, and they were like, what? I mean, like, they're like, you know, they don't want to have a licence for a gun. Do you know what I mean? Because in their amendment, like, it's a right to have a gun, you shouldn't have a licence.
America's more competitive. If you want to reach to the top, you have to outcompete everyone. RT don't have to do that. They have the government backing them. We have Leo Varadkar and Mihal saying what a service they're doing to the country. People can see through that. Like, it's essential for democracy that we have the likes of RTE reporting on matters. But people are seeing through them, right through them, and they're struggling to get people's support. So they might even have to scrap the license altogether. I hear they're selling up in Cork because they can't afford. I mean, most like TV3 or Virgin Media, they have to be very concerned about the public, because their revenue is through commercial. They get commercial means through advertising and all this. RT don't have to worry about that. So they've walked all over the Irish people for many years, and now it's finally catching up with them.
Yeah.
And it's not working anymore. And the fact that they're reporting on Ryan Turpity, why are they shining a light on this? To gain back public trust and credibility. But I think it's too late for them.
Yeah, I think they're putting Ryan Tubridy up as the fall guy, you know.
The
scapegoat.
He's getting it all, you know?
Yes.
But you know about all these characters, well, those guys, the judge and the rest of them, they might try to get back in on there. There's going to be a lot of people saying, well, I was there all along, but they weren't. No. Where was the judge? Where were all these people? You know, what we have to remember is Gemma O'Doherty, John Waters, Aisling O'Loughlin, Garrod Joe Coleman, and the others, Louise Rosengrave. They were the people who were real media people, who came out, and to a lesser degree George Hook and Kevin Myers and all those guys. You know, they were all cancelled. If you weren't cancelled, you weren't there.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. No, that's a really good point. You're dead right there.
Yeah.
You're dead right.
Yeah.
The chickens are coming home to roost here, big time. You know, they bit off.
Oh, this is the island, is it?
Yeah. While we're chatting there, it's coming up.
Came up fast.
It did. Come here. It looks like there's somebody living there.
We went so far.
It looks like there's somebody living there.
Yeah, there's a boathouse. Yeah, they fixed it up a bit. They fixed the boathouse up and put a roof on it. So yeah, it's looking good. This is where we're going to pull in.
We're going to be pulling in just over here.
We're going to nudge up to the shore. Someone's going to have to jump out and get their feet wet. And
Go first.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, already a volunteer.
Yeah,
that was
no
good.
worries.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Yeah. We were chatting earlier about building a fire and protecting it with tarps and everything. Thank God we don't have to worry about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
The weather
yeah.
turned out really beautiful here.
Looks like there's somebody living there.
Yeah, there are people living there occasionally, you know, but I mean, there are people who were born and reared on this island, in the village, living in the village, but they've all come in. They're only a bit older than ourselves, but by and large the village. This is Island Eddy. A lot.
Okay.
Oh, so it's fairly big then.
It's a big
island.
2.5 miles long.
Oh, really?
2.5 miles long.
Big, yeah.
And we'll go around the whole thing. It'll be amazing. It's fascinating.
Is there rabbits on this island and everything?
There's hares, yeah. There's
Hares.
on the island.
So you
yeah.
could survive on this island.
We would. You'd survive on oysters and stuff.
You know, when they bring the social credit system in and the digital currency and all the rest of it,
Yeah,
this might be
yeah.
a good place to live.
But this is where the places where we want to be going, you know. But I don't think there'll be anywhere to hide. They'll be coming out.
We can come out here and dream.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, this is a place for dreaming, you know, and thinking about, you know, what could be.
Especially on a summer's day.
Yeah.
It's easier to dream on a summer's day.
It is. So we're going to slow right down now so we don't go melting the island.
I'll get ready. Is it going to be rocky or sandy or what?
It is going to be a little
It
bit.
looks stony, all right. It looks stony.
The tide is fully out, so it's and we have no anchor. we
Did we not bring? Oh no, it's in the other boat. we put everything in the wrong boat.
The Irish goodbye, and now we're suffering.
At least we have food.
Yeah.
Be okay for a few days at least.
It's not a nice feeling to be stuck on this island. I've been stuck on the island.
Have you?
Yeah, it really does. You start to feel like it starts becoming a prison then. You know?
How long were you stuck on it, Dave? How many days? How many days were you stuck on it?
Just one day. Yeah.
One day.
It's long enough.
night.
It is long enough, all right. It is long enough.
But I was I had enough stuff. The engine wouldn't start.
And how did you get off the island? Did you have a phone to call someone?
Yeah, my buddies came out and picked me up. But the truth is, there are people coming and going, and you can wave. There's people fishing and stuff, so you can wave out to people, you know.
You can get people's attention somehow from there. All right.
Ross, take the rope with you
Yeah.
when you jump on.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get in far enough. And anyway, you know.
Get my builder's crack, please.
All those things not allowed.
Keep your eye on that. I'll let you hold this there, and I'll keep that on it like that. That's a good man.
Right.
Go on, keep going. You're all right. You might start running aground a little bit, but if you do, look at this. We're going right in. Look at that! Yeah!
Ross is first on the island.
Good on your ass.
You want to try there, Andy?
Yeah, there you go.
Good man.
Have to do the
Oh, yeah,
so
cool.
it keeps the wind out, you know.
Oh yeah. All right, mate. We're doing it. We're all right.
It's all on, man. Yeah, perfect. Well done. Now you're doing great.
Good on you, lads. Okay, lads.
You can go behind us or in front of us or whatever you want. You know.
I'll just go all over the place.
So, what's the deal out here? Does people own land or here? Out and live or what?
mostly the land here. You'll see how much land there is. There's a huge amount of good grazing here, and people who lived on this island had a lot of resources. They lived well out here.
What resources do they have?
Might be better going round the front,
sea,
Mike.
And then the
I'll be better off without this thing.
I can shorten it for you.
Oh yeah.
The only thing there isn't what's up there? The only thing
I'm
is
going to walk
Right,
it.
pal.
There's no avoiding it on this island, I'm afraid. I'm going to
only
pick up
thing
a
is-
lump and throw it at you in the middle.
The only thing is there's no running water on the island.
Oh yeah.
So there'll be water in these cattle troughs and the rest of it, but you can see they're all brought out in tanks.
Yeah.
So
Well, these houses, look at that. That's
Yeah.
old.
yeah,
That is old.
Yeah.
They're hundreds of years old.
there. I would say the big time was from the 1850s to the 1820s.
Are we going in here? Are we going up there?
Yeah, we will.
That's around the famine time.
Yeah, but they were still here in the 60s. People were still living in them. The last two people to
We're
live
going
in
to find the easier one to find to go into.
The last two people living here were two, I think they were cousins. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
were both two ladies.
Kissing cousins.
They were both called Birmingham apparently, which is a big name around here.
Yeah.
One of them lived here, and the other one lived over there. And I think, and the story is they fell out over a ram, and they didn't talk to each other. For a while.
Typical Irish story that is now, isn't it?
But whether that's true or not, I've no idea.
Right,
But
where are we
I
going?
tell you
It'd be nice to
one.
get into one of these relics, wouldn't it?
Huh?
It'd be nice to get into one of these kind of like buildings somehow.
Yeah, well, there's the schoolhouse here. Look at that, no trust. Oh look, there's a roof on that one.
Yeah, I was just looking at it.
So, one of the families has.
That's been maintained. Yeah, nice red coat of red paint on the
Yeah,
door.
but it's only the last 10 years that roof has gone on there. I mean, the first time I came out here was 25 years ago, you know.
Did you say like people who living here are older than you back in the day, or
Yeah,
So
there are kids who were reared on here, and they're now.
were they different in terms of accents and the way they spoke and stuff like that?
Not really.
No.
There was some Irish folk in here, but not a whole lot. It was an English-speaking island.
You can speak Irish, can't you?
Yeah, I can kind of speak Irish, but I haven't great Irish. It's okay.
Yeah, this looks like a good spot, no?
Does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Come on in for a cup of tea, boys.
Throwing a TV there.
Let's walk up a little bit. I want to show you.
You wanna
the
go
rest
further,
of the
yeah?
houses. Yeah, just.
Are we
5
leaving the
minutes
stuff
up
here, yeah?
Yeah, leave the stuff
All right.
there. But
Right.
go in there if you want to, Andy. But have a look at the whole thing. And,
God, you can't even. Where we came from, we were so far. We can't even.
Not better.
That'll do. That'll do. Well done, Andy. Good man.
No, come back to that one. Now, we're going to go to the schoolhouse now because it's
Yeah.
education, not indoctrination. So we're going to the school
We're going
here.
to school.
We're going to the school on
island school.
because we've something to say.
You do.
So, here's the old schoolhouse.
How was that? Here's the old schoolhouse. Right there.
Wow.
Oh, jeepers.
Mother Nature's taking over.
We might have to go in around this side.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get in at all. But thing is, that is belonging. I suppose it belongs to the Board of Education.
Oh, look, we have a little way through here now.
So, I mean, theoretically, you know, if we were stuck, that'd be the one to
grab.
stay in. Yeah.
Yeah, or in here, look.
Here for a while, yeah. Apparently, it was back in the 70s.
Oh, a little shed over here now.
Yeah, I see. Does it look like it? That must be. Oh, we went over.
Is that Galway town or city over there?
That's Galway City, correct. Yeah.
Wow.
And this bit of trees in the foreground is called Cowan Island. And that's our common go there to watch the planet, you know. But that's not an island. It's just called, it's a peninsula. But what you're seeing behind it is Galway.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big town.
So
Yeah, I could actually do it now. Cigarette now, all right.
yeah.
A
So
little bit of food.
you can decide what to do there. You can see there, this is the smaller part of the island, and that's the bigger part of the island. So there's a little bit of a causeway between the two. So this is the narrowest point of the island. It's worth walking up to the beginning of it just so that you can see.
Is it like an hourglass shape?
It is. That's exactly what it's like, except one bit is bigger than the other. Yeah, it's like a lot of these islands. There's a kind of lagoon. High ground and low ground. You know? So you often get high ground around lower bits of floods, and that's what this is like.
The tide comes in, I'm sure that would probably be more water.
Yeah, you can see there. It's all yeah, but
Look at all the walls and everything and all the rocks.
Serious amount of work on in here. Look at all the fields.
yeah.
You know.
Nice little garage, little crop field. Yeah, lovely. And then these are the big meadows, and some of that is commonage, like so. That's commonage, and it's not owned by anyone. It's maybe owned by the people who live here, but it's not owned by any one of them. You know.
Oh, right.
But you know, if you were to come out here, and you had no goat for milking, you could put it on the common, you know. But you only need to walk as far as there, and then we can go back. You know.
I can see what you're saying now.
Look between the two islands there, yeah. Like this is the road, really.
The national road for the island. Oh, there's a tractor here, all right.
They're coming out on the very low spring tide with water. There is animals here. Some of them went right up to the line and try and swim back, you know, try to swim across to the end of the But this is it.
I can imagine if there was anyone on this island by themselves, they'd be very disturbed to see four men walking around. They're so used to their privacy
Yeah.
Exactly.
and isolation.
Yeah, they'd be all out the windows.
I would be upset.
Yeah.
Who the
I'd say-
fuck are these fuckers?
Is that Andy, Ross and Dave on this island? So we came here to get away from them.
There's no escaping the truth, lads.
No, lovely. Beautiful.
That-
Nice isolation. That's where I want to be, you know.
There's the burn out there. And then over there, you can't see much in Connemara now, which where those windmills are over there. That's you're starting to see the beginning of Connemara. Now, there was some Irish spoken on this island. The last place to speak Irish on the south side of this bay was Doris, which I'm pretty sure is that bit of land there. You know,
Just here, yeah.
that is another island, but I've forgotten the name of that. Auchnish. That's Auchnish. But it's even though it says it's an island, Auchnish is not an island.
It comes in as it makes it, when the tide goes out, it makes
You are not hidden
a causeway to it, so you can drive
There's
on.
never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless.
Yeah, it looks alright. You can see big farms
You
over
have
there and all
been
that, bit of farming
broken,
going on.
your innocence stolen. I hear you whisper underneath your breath.
Because years ago,
I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. There is no distance that cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. I will never stop marching to reach you in the middle of the hardest fight. It's true, I will rescue you. I hear the whisper underneath your breath.
Nobody's swallowing. He spit that out there.
I hear you whisper you have nothing left.
don't be stirring it up anyway.
That's all right, lads.
It tastes okay. It tastes okay.
I'm not just saying it, but like, it's
Send out
good to
an
just wet
army
the
to
insides. Do you know what I mean?
find you
Wet them out.
in the middle of the darkest night. It's true.
But that's what we used to do years ago at Halloween. We did all the drinks, and we had to get a little fire underneath it, and we'd be roasting our nuts on it. I know that sounds good.
Never stop marching to reach you in the middle of the hardest fight. It's true, I will rescue you.
I'm doing all right.
Oh, I will rescue you.
It is nice though, isn't it?